My name is Edith Carter, and I'm 77 years old. I wasn't anticipating a lavish party or a grand gesture. All I wanted was a quiet dinner at my son's home, a simple meal, a place at the table, and a few hours with the family I devoted my life to supporting. I had just finished smoothing out the navy blue dress I wore for special occasions. It wasn't extravagant, just tidy and respectable, the sort of outfit my daughter-in-law, Marissa, wouldn't scoff at. I checked the clock. It was just after 6. Dinner was set to start at 7. Then my phone vibrated. I reached for my glasses, expecting a message from Garrett, perhaps a reminder or a question about dessert. Instead, I read the words on the screen. "You're not invited. My wife doesn't want you there," just like that. 8 words, not a phone call, not a discussion, just a text. For a moment, I thought it must be a mistake. Maybe it was meant for someone else. Or perhaps Garrett's phone was compromised. But no, it was his number. It was his voice. I sank into a chair, the phone still clutched in my hand. My heart didn't just break, it unraveled. Memories flooded back. Garrett as a little boy, holding my hand tightly on his first day of school. Garrett at 12, sobbing when his dog died. Garrett introducing me to Marissa, his eyes bright with excitement. And now Garrett, a grown man, telling me I wasn't welcome. I stared at the wall, motionless, not crying, just silent. That was the moment something inside me changed. After all these years, after all I'd given. Maybe it was time to stop showing up for people who made it clear I wasn't wanted. The house was too still. I stood, walked to my antique secretary desk, a heirloom from my mother, and opened the drawer where I kept my financial records. Every folder was neatly labeled, every receipt organized. I pulled out the thickest one. It was marked Garrett. Inside was a record of a lifetime of giving. A $20,000 check to help start his business, which collapsed within a year. Tuition payments for Marissa's real estate licensing course. Bank transfers for roof repairs. A down payment for their new home, the kitchen renovation Marissa insisted on. Each document told a story, not of generosity, but of obligation. My money had been their safety net. My name was the unspoken signature on every part of their new house. 6 months ago, Garrett had called, thrilled, saying they'd found the perfect home, a stunning townhouse by a river in an upscale development. He said it would be a place for the whole family. "Mom, you'll have your own space," he promised. That space, it seemed, didn't include a seat at their table. I glanced at the brochure still sitting on my kitchen counter. I had contributed $120,000 toward their down payment. Not a loan, not an investment. It was a gift, a mother's way of saying, "I'm here, I care." Now it felt like I'd paid to be erased from their lives. I leaned back and whispered a question I'd avoided for years. Was this love or just a transaction? For the first time, I didn't rush to justify their actions. I didn't make excuses. I sat with the truth. I had given my life to them, and they had grown accustomed to it. I didn't sleep that night. The text replayed in my mind over and over. "Not invited. My wife doesn't want you there." By morning, I knew what I needed to do. I brewed a strong cup of tea, sat at the...
I can't tell you the full story in this short video. If you want to see the full story, the link is given below. Click on it to watch the full story.